Okay, I'm gonna get an update on the 66 Hydroswift runabout. If y'all remember, this is the one that we picked up super cheap, and this is how far we've gotten so far. I'm going to give you two updates. Let's get this out of the way. So I know I'm going to get some pushback on this, but I didn't have a choice. So I had a soft spot in here, and rather than tear this entire boat apart, we drilled into the transom and put a very strong epoxy and pumped it down into the transom. I'd like to have taken this chrome strip off, but apparently it's been epoxied on there. I didn't want to tear it up. So we drilled the holes, we impregnated it with epoxy, and it is strong. It is brutal strong. So probably stronger than it was when it was new. And so along this bottom down here, I'm going to do a decorative chrome plated transom mount for the motor, so it's going to look really nice. But this is all going to get sanded and painted. This is going to get covered, and then the back will have the splatter style paint that Cindy did on here. We're going to do it back here, and of course this is where the fuel tank and battery is. But we decided to go ahead and epoxy this entire back end and redo the transom. So about another 6 or 7 hours of work here that I hadn't planned on, but it's a legit repair. Actually saw this at a marine repair restoration shop back east that does something very similar to this. So anyway, that's kind of the theory. I'd like to have saved that, but I couldn't. I'm sorry about that, but I had to sacrifice that trim for integrity. So update on the floor. So the pattern is finished, and so the initial measurements was from these first row of crosses, and all measurements from there forward and back were exact. So the theory would have been, if the measurements were right, as I butted this paper up, it would be square, and sure enough, I'm dead square here, and this was the goal. So that's how you know you're right, when you get to the end and the measurements are exactly perfect. So this is a good long-term template. We're going to save this template and mark it. And guys, I'll tell you why I made a template. I didn't have to. We could have slammed this thing. I want to save it because what I'm finding out is these runabouts, these floors are very, very, very similar. And I can use this over and over and over on several different styles of boats. So just about any 12 to 14 foot boats got this floor in it. When it gets to about 16.5 and larger, the floor just gets the same, it just gets longer. They're almost all of them are 4 feet wide. So the only difference is this is exactly 4 by 8 feet. This is a 4 by 8 sheet of plywood that's going to get cut and drop in there. So it's no accident that this floor was 4 by 8. As you get into the bigger boats, they're still 4 foot wide, but they're a little bit longer. That's kind of a consistency we've been seeing with these boats, because we're 5 boats in now and we're seeing some consistencies here. A lot of differences in the transom areas and engines and storage area for the fuel tanks, so that's completely debatable. But this is standard in a lot of these boats. So we're going to cut this plywood out here. We're going to seal it though. This is also outdoor plywood that's treated and sealed with glue. So this stuff's brutal. We're going to seal this on both sides, and it's going to get the carpet stapled to it. So a little update on the runabout. It's a little bit better view of it. So the flat's going to come out. I'm going to get this getting cut, and we're going to get this sanded and get that finished and get this transom plate finished. Little update for you.